everyone, welcome back to my podcast, Beyond the Diploma, hosted by me, Lady E. Here in this show, we talk about life post-grad, spirituality, adulting, life in your 20s, some oversharing. I get to hear myself talk, but I get to hear people talk as well. That's what it's all about. If you're new here, hey, how are you? Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And if you guys are returners, hey to my crew. So, of course, here on this podcast, I bring on such amazing guests. And of course, since this is season 2, in the first episode, I had to come hard, okay? So let me pull his accolades real quick. He is a singer, host, and content creator from Statesville, North Carolina. And he is someone that does not stray away from the spotlight. From hosting events like the Duke's Mayo Bowl, wow, I'm so sorry. Duke's Mayo Bowl, to singing on stage with Kalani at Dreamville. This person was literally born a star. Let's welcome our first guest of the season, Josiah Russell.
You are so kind.
Thank you. That's you. I could not get that out. Duke's Mayo.
Duke's Mayo.
I could not get that out. I was about to say Mayo Bowl.
Mayo Classic.
Okay, I should have just wrote that down. But y'all got that ordeal. Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm about to tell on you. I tried to get him on season 1.
Come on,
but
y'all.
he be busy.
No,
you were busy.
The time aligned when it was right, and I think it's actually perfect timing.
You know what? You ate with that one.
It happened.
You ate.
You know what I mean? I appreciate you having me.
Yes, of course. Let's talk about how we first met. We met at Dennis Reed's.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? The
it was auditions. It was auditions for
creator.
Auditions.
It
was auditions.
Dennis is always doing something.
Right.
So it was auditions, and you could like sing, dance, act, spoken word, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
I went there for dance. Reflecting back, I could have did better. But let me tell you about Josiah and his audition. Baby, that wasn't an audition. He was there to perform. You had the vocals were there already, but like the stage presence, the production, the soundtrack, like you ate down. You ate down so bad. And I was I need him on the show. Like, yes. Yes.
Thank you.
So that's how we first met, y'all. So amazing person. Thank you once again for coming on the show. So let's talk about your upbringing, because before we was rolling, you was singing a little bit. So I kind of want to talk about just a little bit. So I want to talk about your upbringing in Statesville, North Carolina, and your singing background, and just the whole nine. So
Yeah, absolutely. Well, first, giving honor to God,
Amen,
my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Yes,
I appreciate you for having me on the show. I'm honored every time I get to share just about what He's done in my life. So I'm excited. But I grew up in Statesville. And my mother, always had me and my sister in church. I have one older sibling. Her name is Lauren. And so she's 2 years older than me. But, grew up in Statesville, real small town, like 50 minutes, about an hour down the road. Me and my mom, and my sister and grandma, we would always go to church. And, that's where it starts at a lot of, singers, creators, or whoever, they start in the church a lot of times. And so that's my story, went to Statesville Christian School for 3 years to play football.
Okay.
Only to play football. Let me go ahead and put that right there.
You had NFL dreams.
I had NFL dreams, y'all. Like,
okay.
And I was big.
Okay.
Oh, no, I was like 300 pounds.
Oh, yeah. You mean, I'm thinking big as in like,
I was
big.
Wide. Yeah.
Oh.
No, yeah. And,
that's all right.
It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But for me, when I got to school, college,
right,
it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to.
Gotcha.
And so I ended up losing weight. But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Yes.
I did have NFL dreams growing up in Statesville. And so I ended up going to Statesville Christian School for 3 years. And then I transferred to South Iredale High School. Okay. Graduated and went to NCCU.
Yeah, you said you grew up in church, singing. I see that your mom is also a singer, and that you and your mom came out with a song.
Yeah.
Hold on. I wrote it down somewhere. Called Everlasting Life. How does it feel doing music with your mom?
She's my inspiration. Like,
I love
literally.
that.
So growing up, my mom was a single mom. Father was present. They just weren't together. Spent most of my time with my mother, though. And so she was my inspiration. And so to have a song with her, the person that I looked up to for everything is like, it's unreal. And so that's actually a song that she wrote. And so she was like, Josiah, I want you to be featured on the song. And so, she recorded it. I came in and, they did the second part of the song. And it's rewarding seeing her continue to chase her goals too.
That is so sweet.
So yeah.
And yeah, you mentioned, living with a single mom, and I feel like it's way more common than we think. I didn't realize how common it was for parents to be married and for people to come from two-parent households until I went to college, because I was also one, and even like a lot of my friends, like they came from just one-parent households. I think I only had like one pair of friends that only came from like a two-parent household. So it definitely, do you think that has affected your upbringing from like a boy to man, or like from transitioning from high school to college? Do you think that has something to do with that? Or
Absolutely.
I know you did say that your dad was, in your life, just not,
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, shoot, my mother, she was a cosmetologist too, right? And so she was a cosmetologist, and she did hair, she instructed hair at the same time, along with other things that she picked up. And so I grew up in a hair salon. You know what I mean? My aunt Kenya, right. My aunt Shaky. In there, you feel me, on the mannequin and stuff like that, learning how to do the little 3 plaits and stuff. So I grew up in the hair salon, and so growing up, it allowed me to have a different perspective on how to treat women. My mom, she ain't play none of that, and plus I was hearing all the business too of what was going on, when the women would come get their hair done and stuff like that.
Beauty shop talk.
All the time, and so I grew up with a different perspective on how to treat women. And so I think that definitely helped me, even when it came to, my relationship, even when it came to like, platonic relationships, like everything. Like I think I know it helped me a lot. So
that's amazing. Yeah. Shout out to the women, because the women definitely shape any and everyone. They are the world. Yeah. So we're definitely, it's Beyond the Diploma. So we got to talk about school and stuff like that. You did go to that other.
Don't do that.
That other.
We was doing good, y'all.
I'm sorry. But you decided to go to the other HBCU. Ain't no one else told you to do that. Right. You decided to go there. But that's all right. We're going to show the Eagles some love. So you went to North Carolina Central. Mm-hmm. What was your major?
Mass comm.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. Period. Yeah. That's dope. And then I also, when I was stalking your page, I also found out that you served as the Mr. at NC State. I mean, not NC State, Lord, North Carolina Central. Right. No, that's amazing. So I was wondering, did you guys have to do like a pageant for that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you sung.
Absolutely.
Do you want to sing
right now?
No, not right now. I'm gonna let you.
Keep going.
I'm gonna let you sing later.
All right.
But yes, I think that's also amazing. And then you were also first runner up for Mr. HBCU.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That is honestly amazing. Would you do another if there? You know how there's like Miss America, Miss USA. Would you do another pageant geared to men if that was a thing?
No. That's a good question, but no. I think those years are behind me.
Yes.
I enjoyed the time being Mr. NCCU. I always say like it was the most rewarding position I have ever had, almost until I got my most recent position back at the university. Mm-hmm. But it was the most rewarding position I've ever had because I got to build relationships and literally just make people smile. You know what I mean? Be a great representation of the university and go speak, to kids, speak at conferences and stuff like that and just represent the university and, hold myself to a high standard. Mm-hmm. And I loved being Mr. It was amazing. Now, being Mr. First run up to Mr. HBCU, the title wasn't even like the thing for me. It was me having Taylor Getwood, who won Mr. HBCU, and meeting Makai McKinney, who was second runner up, and really being around all of those kings, the ones who placed, the ones who didn't. I love, we still keep in contact to this day. So that was the thing. Going to those conferences was about me building relationships with them. And I still talk to them. Like, we supposed to be going on a trip next year. You know what I mean?
That's
so,
right.
I loved it.
I love going to the airport.
Yeah, right, exactly.
We don't even gotta go nowhere. We can just go to the airport.
Exactly.
Now, that's amazing. I think people don't realize how important connections are, especially even if you decide not to go to college, but if you do, talking, knowing everyone, even your professors, you'll need them for your jobs. If you want to go to grad school, or they might connect you with someone else. You honestly have no idea. So that's actually a really good point. Those connections are so important. Do you think with you being Mr., you going to your HBCU and then also running for Mr. HBC, do you think that has helped you be a stepping stool for the next opportunities that you have received after that?
Absolutely. So I graduated school. Because I was Mr. NCC, I was put in rooms that, some other, students who weren't in organizations, they didn't get that opportunity, you know what I mean, just because of the organization. And so I met the CEO of M&F Bank. His name is Jim Seals. I met him, and I basically just gave him my elevator pitch. 2 months later, the marketing manager hits me up, and she's like, "Hey, you'd be great for this position." So I start off as a marketing intern post grad. Didn't even have a full time job. You know what I mean? So and there's nothing wrong with that. And I think a lot of people think like, if I don't have this full time job as soon as I graduate school, then it's over. What did I get my degree for? X, Y, and Z. And that's not always the case. Everybody's path is different. But 2 years later, I do videography on the side as a part of Josiah Media, the business with the entertainment agency and media creative storytelling. And so we do videography, and I was at this event, and the vice chancellor came up to me, and she was like, "Hey, this position is posted, and I thought of you. When you were Mr., and I think that you would be a great fit for it. I want you to apply for it and go through the interview process, and do your best at it, but I think you'll be great." And so I say that to say that, yes, those relationships that I built when I was a part of the organization and just being an ambassador and just being genuine in myself, it helped me get to where I am today for sure, without a doubt. I believe relationship currency is the best currency. You can have money, which we need, you know what I mean? Land, property, all of that stuff is great. Gold, silver, crypto, whatever it is. But for real, like relationships.
Your network is your net worth.
I'm telling you, and I will stand on that hill forever.
I know that's right. Snaps for networking.
Yeah, snaps for it.
So moving past that, so you also do host. So you have your 9 to 5, and that's the marketing, or is it something different?
So I'm actually the associate director of annual giving at
Right.
NCCU. So fundraising.
Okay.
Yeah. So like getting, receiving funding for merit-based scholarships, need-based scholarships, different resources for the university. So,
that's dope. So with your 9 to 5, on top of content creating, on top of singing, where do you find the time to host? Because, man, you be hosting your butt off.
I appreciate
you.
that.
I'm like, this all right. That's all right.
Thank you. Shout out to my Charlotte Sports Foundation family. I love them so much, and I appreciate them, Katie Bates, Hannah Butler, and their whole team. Just giving me the opportunity to host for Duke's Mail Classic and bowl games, and I love that brand. I just want to say, like, I actually love Duke's Mayonnaise and what they're doing over there. So I appreciate you guys. But I've had to reassess some things, here lately, because I was doing a lot of busy work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But won't being really productive, and so I had to cut back, even on the videography portion of my business.
Just putting your intention somewhere else.
Right. You know what I mean? I had to scale back because when I was working a job where I didn't have a lot of money, I had to do a lot of videography, to compensate for the saving that I wanted to do and other things places I want to go or, goals. And so now, since I was blessed with a different position that came with a little bit more, I was like, okay, I can scale back in videography and I can be more intentional with building my website around who I am versus the thing that's going to just get me a check.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because videography, it'll bring the money.
Yeah.
But I mean, and how I don't just want to just be getting money.
Right.
You want to I want to be in my purpose.
Right.
Yeah. And I believe, like, when you're aligned with your purpose, all of that stuff is going to follow.
Exactly.
Because you'll be doing what you love to do, what you created to do, and you'll do it well. You feel me? And then there's going to be somebody that's going to come around and be like, hey, I want to pay you for that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep. They're going to pay you for doing exactly for who you are and what you want to do.
Facts.
But I'm about to have you go back into your hosting bag for a second. We're going to do a little challenge,
all right,
okay?
What's up?
So I have printed off these scripts that we gonna read, okay?
I thought that was mail over there. I didn't know what that was. Looking.
So I'm just gonna, I don't know. I'll take this one and I'll give you these two. And we're gonna read these, okay? I know it's your first time seeing it, so it's off the top, okay?
Ooh.
All right. So
Voice challenge?
Yeah, so we're going to go back and forth. We're going to have 2 rounds, okay? So you're going to read, I'm going to read, and you're going to read one, I'm going to read the next one.
Okay.
And the audience, the people out there are going to have to choose, all right,
okay,
who the best host. I mean, I can host a little something now, too. I don't mind.
Look, right.
I don't mind a little competition. Right. Don't do me dirty now.
Oh, no. You got it.
You
got your own podcast. Look,
I don't have no arena voice.
It's good.
I don't have an arena voice.
It's good.
Okay.
So you're going to read script 1?
Oh, wait. What's on there? Yeah, no, you're gonna read that. So it's
less.
4 different ones. Yeah, so you'll read one, I'll read one.
Okay, go
Let
back.
them. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, like hot potato, what they did in school, like popcorn.
Yeah,
reading.
exactly.
Okay, bet.
Rock paper scissors shoot. Let's see who's gonna go first.
All right, let's 2 out of 3.
No,
or
best just one.
Just one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, you about to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, look, come on, let's go.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Oh, yeah! And I won.
Okay,
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. I won, so
Oh,
you
I
go
gotta go
first.
first.
Yes.
He's
looking at me.
I'm dreaming.
He's looking at me.
All right, so this says host voice challenge scripts. All right, let's see. Family fun PSA exotic pet parade. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get ready for the wackiest parade in town. This Saturday, Main Street will come alive with annual exotic pet parade. From iguanas on leashes to parrots in costumes, you never know what you'll see. Bring your family, bring your camera, and don't miss the fun. That's the Exotic Pet Parade, this Saturday at 10 a.m. downtown Charlotte, North Carolina. See you there.
I should have went first.
You-
Why did you just eat me up like that?
I did not. I don't
even want to go no more. Okay. Let me get into character.
Right.
Okay, so I'm reading script 3, summer concert PSA. Get ready to turn up the volume. The Summer Sounds concert series kicks off this Friday night at the City Theater, excuse me. I'm already messing up. Enjoy live performances from your favorite local brands, delicious food trucks, and a night under the stars you won't forget. Admission is free, so grab your lawn chairs, your friends, and let's make it a summer to remember.
Ooh, you know what we need to do?
Huh.
They got this website where and I'm a little bit sketchy about it, but they got this website to where we can like get voice acting like jobs.
You know, when I was searching for these, I had to get some ChatGPT because it's kind of hard to find these.
Ain't nothing wrong
I
with it.
literally saw that, and I was like,
telling
you know
you.
what, that could be a little side hustle.
But would you ever be interested in that?
I would.
You could definitely do
We could do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
let's talk about that.
Exactly.
I'm for real. I'm not playing.
We
Okay,
can
we'll talk about that.
All right,
We'll
bet.
talk about that.
All right, so
Okay,
next.
and that's why it's important to have 2 rounds because he clearly ate me up in that first round.
Please.
So that's okay.
It's
But
so normal to do that though. To like stop reading. I do it all the time at Duke's Mayo.
But you can't tell though. People don't know it takes practice. So like you cannot just get up and do this. Like you have to practice this.
You got
like,
to.
If you don't,
It's gonna
you're
be.
gonna look like me.
Please. All right. Let's
Okay,
see.
second round.
Ooh. All right. So y'all, this one is awards night. All right, so let's do it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, we celebrate the best of the best, the movers, the shakers, and the dreamers who've turned their visions into reality. This next award is for Breakthrough Performer of the Year, someone who's not only stole the spotlight, but kept it shining all year long. The nominees are, and the award goes to you, the fans, for keeping the love of music alive every single day. Give it up for yourselves tonight.
I'm giving it for myself.
Give it up for yourself.
That was good. Okay, that was good. Okay, so my script is the Music Countdown Show, 106 in Park style. Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Side note, the only reason I really got into mass communications was because of Roxy and Terrence J, 106. So that was like, I wanted to be that. Like, I was like, if I'm going to do anything, I want to be like Roxy
I used to
and
get in
Terrence
trouble
J.
for watching that.
Oh my God, same. I had to sneak to watch it. Like my mom, like she would get off work. It depended on what time she would get off work, but sometimes I'll be like, I'll have to hear the stairs, and on the remote you had like the back button to the show you were watching before to make. Yeah, my mom was like, I don't want you watching that corrupted mess. I'm like, she worried about the music videos. I was like, but yeah, literally. I mean, I'm grown now, so I could. But yeah, okay. Welcome back, everybody. You're tuned into the hottest spot for music, vibes, and good energy. I'm your host, holding it down, and tonight we're counting down the top hits you cannot stop playing. But before we get to the number 1 track, let me hear you. Who's ready to see some exclusive behind-the-scenes footage from your favorite artists? Woo! I felt that. Stick with us because the music, the culture, and the energy is all right here. Let's keep it hot.
Keep it.
It actually said let's keep it going, but I like let's keep it high
Improvise.
better.
That's what I'm talking
That's
about.
what I.
Yes.
You know, it snaps for the challenge.
Right. Snap, snap, snaps. Snap for you. Snap.
Snaps for you. Y'all better vote right, or Beyond the Diploma is done.
Y'all vote smart and right. Okay.
Here, I'll take those back. No, that was fun. Okay, so moving on to your talented self, the singing. How were you able to get on stage with Kalani at Dreamville? Please talk to me about that.
Wow. Okay. So I was actually serving. I was doing community service.
Okay, that's why you had the lime green.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. So I was like, how?
Wear that,
Right. I would.
With khakis.
I would hope not. I mean, I ain't gonna judge
Oh,
nobody.
you thought that was my fit?
I didn't know what it could have been. That's why I brought you on the show so we could talk about it. The people wanted, you know what I'm saying?
I'll mess with you. But no, so I was serving with the Men's Achievement Center at NCCU. And we were getting community service hours. Actually, we were getting money, but the money would go back to the Men's Achievement Center. So, like, for as many workers as we had out there, we would get a regular compensation, but all the money would go back to the Men's Achievement Center.
Okay.
So, I went out there and, we would switch positions throughout the day. And the dude, my man Sam, he was like, yo, I know you sing, bro. He was like, so, I don't know what's going to come out of this, but I can try to get you as backstage as I can. You know what I mean? He was just like, and then from there, if you meet somebody, you meet somebody.
Right.
And so I was backstage. And when I say backstage, I mean, so the stage was right here. I was right here. Meaning that I was all the way away from where the artists were even at. And so one of the other stage hands, he came up, he was like, yo, bro, can you go up there like near the stage? And so I started working that side, the corner of the stage. And she came on, and anywhere I go, y'all, and as y'all heard before we started, I just sing anywhere. Like mindlessly. It's like a second language for me. You know what I mean? And so I sing everywhere I go. And so I'm just doing my thing. I didn't even know who. I love you. And she knows this.
You didn't know who Kalani was?
I didn't know who she was when she pulled up.
Do you want to be?
But I didn't, but I didn't know. Like,
do me a favor.
Oh
my God.
Listen, I looked at the run of the show, and she was fly.
Yeah.
She was clean. I said, oh, that got to be Kalani. That's her.
Yeah.
And I saw her entourage and everybody, her musicians setting up. And so I'm just like, cool. I'm just doing my thing. I'm not being starstruck or anything like that. And I'm just mindlessly singing even before she got up there. And so her drummer heard me the first time. And she was like, oh my gosh, you sing good. And I was like, okay, I appreciate it. I got her Instagram and stuff like that. But then Kalani came up. She was like, is that you singing? I said, yes, ma'am. I said, yes, ma'am. She was like, well, what she said, if you knew any of my songs, I was going to let you sing. And I told her I didn't know because I didn't know who she was.
Yeah.
You feel me? And so I was like, dang, that's a missed opportunity. If I just had known, I was like, next time you got to study who's going to be on the lineup.
Yeah.
But then she stopped the music anyway in the middle of her set. She said, I'm going to do something crazy. And then that's when she brought me out. You feel me? In the midst of me not even knowing her music.
Yeah.
And so that moment still today, like even how we sitting here talking about it right now, people still stop me and they're just like, oh, I know you from Dreamville and stuff like that. And I'm just like,
yeah, you were on the news a few times. Even before that, you were on the news a few times for singing. Singing. You and you and a keyboard.
I know,
yeah.
Yep. But yeah.
He's probably thinking, wrong person.
Right.
No, that was you. But no, that I think that is so dope, and that's such a blessing of Kalani to even give you that platform to in that space to do that as well, because that's her set. But for her to do that, that's dope.
It's dope, and I appreciate her so much to this day. Like I can't thank her enough. And like I oftentimes will shoot her a DM, be like, yo, like I appreciate you, still to this day, like, or hit her manager and say, yo, man, thank y'all, X, Y, and Z. Like I'm not even asking for a handout. Y'all put me on or anything like that. The fact that you made space for me in your space on your platform,
and that crowd was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that crowd was crazy. So you didn't know any of her songs. Do you want to sing the song that you sung at Dream? I was gonna let you sing.
Okay.
Give the people.
What was it? Love.
Okay.
This ain't got no type of filter on or nothing. It's just raw vocals.
Just raw, authentic vocals from Josiah Russell.
Shoo.
Or if you don't want to do that song.
Okay, I can do another song.
Yeah, you can do another
All
song.
Thank
You can do
God. Let me see. So I primarily do gospel inspirational music.
Okay.
Let me see. Give me a song. What's the song?
Oh, I'm about to say. I think you got it. I don't know.
See.
You waited.
I love that song. Let me see. Travis Green.
Let me go to my
Oh, you made a way when my back was against the wall and it looked as if it was over. Lord, you made a way.
Ooh.
And we're standing here only because you made a way. When my back was against the wall and it looked as if it was over.
Ooh.
Lord, you made a way. You made a way. That's better.
I know that's right. The control is crazy. All right, let me try that.
Go ahead. You got it. Go ahead. Go.
No. Lord, you made a way.
That's it.
Hey. When our backs were against the wall and it looks like it was just over. Lord, you made a way.
I know that.
Lord knows my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was tea. Okay, so I know we're getting a little closer to wrapping up with this episode, but of course, with my guests, I always talk about spirituality, and of course, you kind of brought that up a little bit.
Yeah.
So I did want to ask you, when were you most recently tested? Or even if it wasn't tested, what's a test that you can think of that was like, oh, Lord, why this one? Why this test? But you got through it. If it was recent, you can talk about it, because I could talk about my test today.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Shoot, I say I'm still there, honestly. You know, you kind of, people only see, you know, what you want them to see. You know what I mean? And so, like, even, like, right now, just being, I would just say, like, I wouldn't even call it a test, really. I would say that it's, well, yes, it's a test. But it's more so of the consistency with my relationship with God. You know what I mean? Because I feel like sometimes, like, you know, we doing good. And yes, we're going to fall. Everybody's going to fall. So that's not what I'm talking about. I don't want y'all to think that that's what I'm mentioning here. But as far as your yearning and longing for him, you know, and so even in those moments when I don't want to, can I push past my boundary and silence my flesh and still, you know, say, hey, God, not my will, but your will be done. That's the biggest thing for me, because it's cool and all when your flesh is quiet. You know what I mean? You lift your hands, you praise, and you read, and, you know, you giving God glory, you know, you got self-control. But when that flesh start,
The yapping.
that's the challenge. You know what I mean? It's to speak truth to power, to speak truth to lies, to, you know, use our weapon, which is prayer, which is the word of God. You know what I mean? The Bible says that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. You know, and literally that what that means is that, yo, like, I can't, with what I have on my own, I can't fight that battle.
Exactly.
I need the word. I need prayer. I need God to do it for me, because it's way bigger than I am. And so that's where I'm at right now, is being consistent even in the times where I'm not hosting Duke's Mayo. The times when my gift isn't outwardly showing and expressing, because I know that I need God to function. I know I need him to be creative. I know that I need him when I go to sing. I know that I need him when I go to MC. I know that I need him when I go to podcast. When I'm not and nobody's asking me to be on a podcast, when nobody's asking me to MC, when nobody's asking me to sing, when I'm not creating music, and I'm not out here like in with his people, like forward facing, am I still consistent? You know, am I still doing the things that I was doing in that time of waiting or that time of silence, as people like to say? And so that's the thing for me that I am focusing on the most right now, is being true in my private life, not just when it's going to have an effect on my outward expression. And so whenever I do that, it's automatically going to affect my outward expression, because, you know, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Yeah. And so, you know, just that heart posture. That's
snaps for that. That was really good. Yeah. I think a lot of things that I'm seeing like on social media, like Instagram, TikTok, is people talking about those in between seasons and what that looks like when it's like nothing's going on. Like, people used to see other people doing other things in their career fields, or they're getting married. People are getting married. People are having kids. Yes. People are buying houses. I'm just like, what is going on in my world? But, you know, again, it goes back to what's being portrayed like on social media and stuff like that. And I think it's important that you mentioned, like, in your own private time, you doing that, because it can, like, life can get chaotic, and especially when life gets busy and stuff, even for myself at times, I can feel like, okay, when am I gonna talk to my Lord and Savior today? Right. You know, and I'm the one that woke up today, you know? Right. Even today, like, I did kind of crash out today. I did.
But you're here. You look.
But I'm here. And it's the same thing happened last year when I was recording for my first episode for this podcast. The devil was doing and it's very minor little small things that's supposed to, you know, tick me off. But with that tie that I had on earlier, oh yeah, no, that ticked me off. That sent me through the roof, and I was like, you know what, let me just breathe for a second, because that's what the devil would want, for small things to get to me when it's actually not that big of a deal, you know. So I was just telling Nia, I was just like, if the devil could be in physical form,
it was that time.
We would be fine.
He was that time today.
It was definitely one of those. But no, that's such a great point that you brought up. Thanks for that.
Yeah, man.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I want us to keep going, but we gotta go.
We gotta go. Dang.
We gotta go. I would love to bring you back though, and we need to talk about what you brought up earlier.
Yes.
We need to talk about that.
No, for sure. And I just want to say to you and your community.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Yes. I'm glad that you changed that, because I do not like the word fans.
We ain't doing that. You know what I mean? Community.
Yeah. Supporters.
Your supporters. Your family. Man, keep supporting her and keep, you know, pushing her and encouraging her. Because it's not easy being an entrepreneur, especially in the entertainment and media business. It's saturated. Yes. And she's doing her thing, and you know, and so I just want to say to you, keep going, because people watching you, people that you don't even know probably looking up to you and saying like, wow, she is doing her thing. So please keep going. Thank you. Real, and everything is just gonna be. Though it's gonna work out the way that it should.
God gonna keep ordering my steps, and I'm just gonna keep following it and doing what He want me to do. I want us to get into the entertainment industry and how demonic it is, but we don't have to save that.
We got time for that? I don't know. We got time for that. We can save it for another day.
We gonna save it for, but we definitely gotta talk about that.
It's something.
The music industry, like all of that, is just intertwined with just some stuff.
It's something.
If you get too deep into it.
No, for sure. So.
But we're going to say that. Josiah, I appreciate you. Thank you for being the first guest for season 2. I adore you. I'm very proud of you. We'll put your socials right there so y'all can see his socials. Thanks. Yes. Shout out to Beyond the Diploma Podcast. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your mom, your dad, or your brother, your sister, whatever you got to do. And until next time.